Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to our semi-finals game of Season 1 of the TGS. We are taking on Habaduh, who we did play in Week 2, and we did end up beating him. However, both of our teams drastically changed since then. He actually had the Corviknight in his team at that time, and now I got the Corviknight, so it's going to be a good one for sure. The remaining coaches, I've played them all in the regular season, Habaduh, L5, and Shadow. I've actually played all of them in the first 4 weeks before I made my transactions, so my team will be new to all of them if I do win this game. So looking at Habaduh's team, he's got Spectre, Zarude, Landorus, Baxcalibur, Slowking Galar, Mandibuzz, Water Tauros, Electrode Hisuian, and Fortress Terra Captain Zarude and Electrode. So this isn't going to be like a traditional team builder again. I actually already went ahead and built the team, so I'm just going to show you guys the pace before I go into the game and talk about the team a little bit. Reason why it's not a live builder is because I've had a little bit of a wacky week where I would kind of look at the matchup for like a couple of minutes or maybe even like half hour or so, put some stuff together, and then maybe come back again the next day and then the next day and whatever. So I wasn't able to kind of just like sit down for a long period of time and just build a team. So I didn't want to have like basically all those like edits and stuff around. So I'm basically just going to show you guys the team that I came up with and why I brought those sets. So looking at his team first, Zarude is obviously the biggest threat. I think it's actually the kill leader of the season, and it's going to be a bit tricky based off what Terra type he brings. I think there's 3 likely types, either going to be Fairy, Electric, or Poison. Last time he brought Poison, which was really good because it walls Valiant stabs, it hits Meowscarada and Valiant really hard. And it's just generally hard for him to kill because Poison is only weak to Psychic and Ground, and my Ground type gets owned by Zarude. So it's really just Lugias that'd be able to really hit that guy kind of hard with Terra Poison. That's also another reason why I think Electric is very likely, because one, he would only be weak to Ground, and then obviously again Zarude beats Swampert, so I couldn't really hit him that hard. And then also Electric makes some sense because if you look at his team, he only has, or he actually has 0 flying resist. Now, my flying type is Corviknight. It's not the most offensive flying type, but I am bringing kind of a setup Corviknight to try to take advantage of that if he is not Terra Electric, or I suppose Terra Steel or Rock, basically something that resists flying. But I do think Terra Electric is possible. And then I think Terra Fairy is also just really strong. It hits Valiant, Meowscarada, and Lugias super effectively. Zarude beats my Poison type, which beats Fairy types. Pestron naturally with just dark coverage. And again, my Steel is Corviknight, so it's not that hardest hitting Steel type. Fairy is just a really solid typing. I think he's brought Fairy a couple times. And what I noticed is he typically does lead Zarude just to get the Terra typing off if it is important in the matchup. So I definitely do expect Zarude to possibly lead this game. Spectre can definitely come because my Dark type is not very... It's not very bulky. It's Meowscarada and it gets owned by Draining Kiss anyway. So it's really just Terapagos I have for kind of a Spectre. Check unless I make Lugias or Belly Built Terra Normal / Terra Dark, which I'm debating, and you guys will see my team in a second. Landorus is not bad. Corviknight, Swampert are generally decent checks to it, as well as maybe Lugias, so I'm not 100% sure if Landorus is going to come. I do think Baxcalibur comes, I do think Slowking Galar comes, and I do think Mandibuzz comes. So I think the 6th slot will be between Landorus and Electrode, though he has brought literally all 9 of his Pokemon to multiple games. So it's really just a toss-up. I don't really see a bad Pokemon on his team that I can for sure rule out. I just know for sure. I think Spectre, Zarude, Bax, G-King, probably those 4 are for sure going to come. And then I think Mandibuzz is likely. I think Mandibuzz with like maybe like a Whirlwind type set for any setup Lugias could come. Or maybe just a Mirror Herb / Encore Zarude could also come for that Lugias. So looking at my team, first up, we're going with a Calm Mind Substitute Stored Power Thunder Electric or Terra type Electric Lugias. So a couple of things. The reason why I am Substitute over maybe like Recover is because I want to substitute on the Slowking specifically. I think Slowking is a pretty decent shot once he sees Terra Electric to switch in. And if I'm not even boosted, I could just substitute in that guy's face, and Sludge Bomb will not break my substitute, so it'll give me like another Calm Mind for free basically. It also stops things like maybe Trick from Slowking as well. And then if I sub and I'm versus, let's say like I'm Terra Electric, if I'm behind like Electrode or Mandibuzz or Fortress or anything and I'm +1, like they cannot break the substitute. No Recover is a little bit tough, but I do think I need Stored Power plus Thunder. I'm running Thunder because it has a chance, if I'm Terra Electric, to one-shot Mandibuzz if he doesn't have too much SPDF at +1 with Thunder. Thunderbolt will never kill it. And also there's a power chance. I understand I could miss, which is, you know, a little bit tough, but I do think Thunder is very possible to just hit the Mandy and kill it, which would be excellent. I do think it kind of gives me an out, like if I have to paralyze like a Spectrier or something, or Baxcalibur. But it's mainly there just to get the roll on Mandibuzz to kill it. If he does not boots for whatever reason, it'll definitely die after rocks, but he's probably going to be boots. And again, I like Sup because of Slowking. The only thing that's a bit scary with this is, well, one, I'm not max speed. I'm basically enough speed for Zarude creeping Pesheron. I don't really see reason for him to have any more speed than that unless he expects that creep and tries to go faster than my Lugias. But I should be faster than everything barring the Spectre and the Electrode. And then I think I went with Terra Electric too because it basically doesn't give me a weakness, and it could set up a Calm Mind on a lot of things. Things that kind of revenge it though is definitely Spectre if I'm not really boosted that much, if he's like Spectre, or if he's the Scarf Baxcalibur. Scarf Baxcalibur with like Outrage or something will do a lot of damage to me. I do have decent defensive investment, but not a ton. I have more SPDF investment and a lot of speed. So that is probably the main things that can revenge Lugias if I'm at like half health or something, so I gotta look out for that. I also think, I didn't mention, but I think Terra Dark is possible. It's probably not likely, but it's possible because I don't have good Dark switch-ins. It's just Meowscarada and Valiant which resist it. So Terra Dark, like Bandit knockoff or something from Zarude, will just do a lot of damage to anything, and that's a bit scary for me. But again, I do think the other 3 typings I named for Terra Zarude is more likely. And honestly, he could bring Electrode. I don't know if he'd make it his Terra Captain, but Grass plus Electric is very hard for my team to switch into. I would basically have to switch in Lugias, and again, I don't have Recover. So, and if I Terra into Electric type, then I'm not resisting Grass no more. And he could also be like Terra Fairy on this guy if he wants to bring it, but it's probably unlikely. So next set this is a bit scary for me because I literally said this exact set versus his old team in the video, so if he watches it, he might expect it. But it is a Meteor Beam, Dark Pulse, Terra, Starstorm, Rapid Spin, Terapagos. And I kind of want to lead this set, and I literally said the same exact thing in the video week 2, that I want to lead Terapagos with that set. I didn't end up doing it because I had Meowscarada, but it is something I think I want to do this game. It's just a really good breaker. If he leads Zarude, I can just Meteor Beam that thing turn 1 and do a lot of damage to it. I doubt he's going to be a Terra type that resists Rock, and if he is, I can click something else. And if he goes into something like Slowking Galar, I could just Meteor Beam into Dark Pulse and just dent that thing a ton, which helps that Valiant tremendously. I do have to be a bit careful though, because if I do let Terapagos go down pretty early, you know, Shadow Ball is pretty free into me from Spectre. So it's a bit tough, but I do think my offense this game can kind of bail me out here versus the Spectre, but we're gonna have to see. I'm still debating the Terapagos that I might switch that set before the game. You guys will see it, but every other set I'm for sure sticking with. But yeah, just Terra Starstorm plus Meteor Beam plus Dark Pulse hits everything for good damage. The only thing that probably doesn't take a ton is the Fortress. If he does bring it. If he does bring it, I think it's going to be more so for the Valiant if I had to guess, but you know, who knows. And then Rapid Spin is just good for speed as well as hazard control. Next we have a dual set up Mono Brave Bird Corviknight with the Moringa Berry. So the whole idea behind this set is, like I said earlier, he doesn't have a flying resist. And if Zarude is not a Terra type that resists flying, this set can be devastating for him, and I don't think he's going to expect it. I think he's going to expect just a normal Fizz Def, you know, U-turn filler Pokemon, because he has Baxcalibur, he's got Zarude, Landorus, like all those Pokemon. Corviknight, you can typically switch in and just, you know, U-turn out slowly to get momentum, so I don't know if he's going to expect this type of Corviknight set. Again, if he's Terra Electric Zarude, it could be a bit scary, and Terra Electric Zarude also hits Corviknight super effectively, so it could be that type, honestly. And if it is, I pretty much have to kill that thing before I even think about winning with Corviknight, but I do think it's definitely possible. Mirror Armor does prevent Intimidate from Landers as well as Tauros. And then if he does like Spectre, Shadow Ball, Spit Death drop me, you know, I won't take the actual drop. And then Moringa Berry will increase my special defense by 1 once he hits me. The ways that he can really deal with this is if he's like Nasty Plot, for example, Spectre, but I'm not going to set up in front of Spectre, or he could be Will-O-Wisp Spectre too, I suppose. But I'm not going to set up in front of Spectre. I'm going to hopefully get a setup on one of his 3 offensive Pokemon, like physically offensive Pokemon, like Zarude, Landorus, Baxcalibur, maybe even Slowking. But Slowking can be annoying with something like, you know, Thunder Wave or something. Mandibuzz I expect to have Taunt, so I don't know if he will let me, but I could try because he could just also U-turn with the Mandibuzz. I can definitely set up on Fortress and Tauros if he brings those. Probably not Electrode because you know, Thunderbolt will do a lot of damage. But I do think under the right circumstances, this set could end up winning the game. Next, we got a Booster Energy Speed Boosting Special Valiant. Calm Mind 3 attacks. Shadow Ball and Moonblast are really all I need to hit everything for at least neutral. So the last slot was Focus Blast, which the only thing that was kind of debating was maybe Destiny Bond or Focus Blast. But Focus Blast is cool because it does let me one-shot the Fortress as long as 30 is broken at +1. And then maybe if Zarude is like Terra Steel or something, Focus Blast does also kill that. But Shadow Ball is there for Spectre and Slowking, and then Moonblast pretty much takes care of everything else. So that's a pretty good, you know, late game sweeper if things are chipped. I was also Speed Booster versus him last time, but I was SD, I was physical, I wasn't special. Again, his team changed quite a bit, and he didn't bring that Slowking. I definitely expect Slowking to come this time. Then we got a mixed defensive Zap Cannon, Muddy Water, Acid Spray, Slack Off, Billy Bolt with the Shuca Berry. Shuca Berry is obviously there for the Landers just so I can stay in with confidence and Muddy Water. I have 2 pretty good Earthquake switch-ins in Corviknight and then Latias. Even Pert is Fizz Def, as you guys can see, so I have pretty good switch-ins, so he's going to have to think twice. Just Earthquaking right in front of Belly Bolt, but if he does, I do have the Shuca Berry, so I'm not really scared. And Muddy Water should do about 40 to 50% based off how bulky he is. The whole point of Zap Cannon is so things cannot just switch in for free. If I hit it, I get, you know, I get a free para. I didn't want to run Thunder Wave because I feel like Taunt is very likely in a couple of his things. Zarude gets Taunt, Mandibuzz gets Taunt, Spectre I think gets Taunt too. So I feel like if I get to my Zap Cannons, I can do some damage and paralyze things. Hopefully I can paralyze that Slowking. That's probably what's gonna be the switch in because you might expect like Toxic or something. And if I could paralyze Slowking, that means it just gives more opportunity for Latias to set up in its face. Acid Spray is there just in case he is like a Calm Mind Slowking. He can't just Calm Mind boost on me. He will be doing a lot of damage to me, but if I could get his defense dropped like once or twice, Zap Cannon will do a ton of damage to him if I could hit it. So this game might come down to me hitting Thunders and Zap Cannons and stuff, but it's fun sets. That's the whole point really of just playing the game to me, just having fun. And I think it'd be pretty cool if I could hit my moves. If not, it is what it is. Bloody Bolt went like what, 1 for 3 or something versus Aster last week or 2 weeks ago. But hopefully it can hit the first 2 Zap Cannons or so. And then Swampert is just Fizz Def. Nothing crazy here. It's my rocker for the game. EQ, Flip, Turn for Momentum, and then just Roar. Roar is in case he's like a setup Baxcalibur or something, or maybe like a setup Landorus or something. I just want to phase it, but it's just basically there to get up rocks and then get momentum. Nothing crazy there. So that is going to round up the team. Again, I might change that Terapagos to a more defensive type set for that Spectre, because once Terapagos goes down, Spectre Shadow Ball is completely free. I do have Terra type normal on Belly Bolt as a last resort. I do plan on terraing the Latias, but in case something goes south, maybe I sack my Latias or something, or Terapagos like just goes down immediately. I might need to, you know, I might need to Terra the Belly Bolt instead, because although Terra Electric does boost my Thunders, it's not like Terra Blast, so I guess I still have the Electric move. And then the typing would just suck, because then I could be weak to like Ice Shard if I don't Terra Electric, because he's gonna have Ice Shard on Excalibur for sure for like Masquerada. And then I'm also weak to Shadow Ball. But again, if I Terra normal, then you know Belly Bolt should handle the Shadow Ball realistically. So that's going to be the team for our semis game versus Habaduh. I'll see you guys in the battle. Peace. Yo, what's going on, guys? We are here for the battle now versus Habaduh for the semifinals game. So we actually ended up benching Spectre. The only thing I changed on my pace, by the way, from the pace that you guys saw, is I just put Rendo Berry on Swampert over leftovers. That's about it. So he has double Terra users, Steel Zarude, as well as Electric Electrode. So he does have a flying resist, unfortunately, with the Terra Steel and Zarude, but that's okay. So there's a couple of things I want to lead here. I can just stick with my Terrapagus plan because he doesn't have what's it called? Spectre. He does have a Steel Zarude that does resist the Meteor Beam, which is a little bit unfortunate. But that's okay. I could also lead Bellybolt. He doesn't have Landorus either. Could also lead Swampert to get up Stealth Rock. I could do a bunch of stuff here. I think I'm gonna lead Terrapagos. I think Terrapagos is the best lead. Pert's not bad though. Pert is fine literally until like anything. Besides, I mean, Pert's really... I have the Rendo Berry, so I don't think anything on his team OHKOs me. And I can just get up to Stealth Rock. Yeah, let's lead Swampert actually. I like that. This is definitely a winnable Lugias game. Okay, so he does lead with the Electrode. So he can very easily just throw off a Leaf Storm here, which is probably what he's going to do. I want to see how much it does to me. Electrode. I am Rendo Berry now. So it actually still has a good chance to kill me, and he can be modest because my fastest Pokemon is Meowscarada. How much is he doing to Bellybolt? Bellybolt doesn't take as much. So I think I have to go into Bellybolt. I don't want him just to Volt Switch though. He might taunt. He might do a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna go Bellybolt. He just goes for Energy Ball. Okay, it doesn't do that much. I'm gonna try to slack off as he does show taunt, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's all good. I'm gonna go for Acid Spray here and see how much it does. Okay, so it does 29. So I think I'm gonna be okay just chipping this down, to be honest, because this thing is a problem. It outspeeds everything and all that. So I'm gonna go for another Acid Spray here. He's gonna know that my Terra choice is gonna be the Lugias, but that's okay. That's pretty obvious. So he just Volt out actually. So what is he going into here? He doesn't have a poison resist. I mean, I guess he could just go Slowking. He goes Backs. Let me see. Backs Caliber. If he just loaded dice, he could be Dragon Dance. He could be a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna go Pert. Yeah, he does Spear. Let's see if he's loaded dice. Looks like he could be. I'm gonna get my rocks here. If he wants to kill me, he can do that. Four hits versus Swampert. Looks about right. So he's just max attack adamant, probably loaded dice. Let's see if he goes for Dragon Dance here. He could if he wants to. No, he goes for Swords Dance. So he's gonna go for this into Scale Shot. I can go Valiant and revenge him after, but it's a little bit sucky. I have to use my booster right away. Okay, let's sack Bellybolt here. Okay, so he didn't even boost his speed. The problem is I don't know his item. I can go Terapagos and fire off that meteor beam, because even at +2 he shouldn't be killing me, I don't think. Alright, so let's go Terapagos and let's meteor beam. And actually might be faster because I think he's adamant, but we'll see. Wait, where did he take chip from? Hello? Oh, the acid spray. Terra Steel is a bit tricky on Zarude because I don't have a hard-hitting move for it with Terapagos. It's just Dark Pulse, but that's okay. Meteor Beam should knock this thing out. The only thing that could really be annoying is if he goes Tauros. But Meteor Beam into Starstorm should kill Tauros. So the only thing that sucks is if I miss. I don't want to say it out loud, but that is the case here. Or if he maybe crits me, like he can kill me. I don't know. It's going to be a bit harder to win with Corviknight because Electrode is a thing. But that's alright. Because after I get an agility, I should still be faster, but he can Terra it if he wants to. Yeah, he does make the Tauros play. That does 40, so he's definitely dying to Starstorm here. I could spin here. The only problem is I don't know if he's gonna be Scarfed, because if he's Scarfed, he'll still outspeed me after +1. Tauros. Meteor Beam at +1. How much did it do? It only did 40, so he's actually... He's very sped up, so he's not Scarfed here, so I might want to Rapid Spin here. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And we'll see if he's Scarfed or not. I don't think he is, or else he would have clicked already. So he has to pick a Pokemon here, it looks like. Maybe Mandibuzz can take 2 if it's Spadef. I don't know. Terapagos at +1. No, it doesn't. That's actually Fizdef, maybe. If it's fully Spadef, Mandibuzz can probably take 2. It'll be close though. I don't see any reason for him to keep this guy around, but he is gonna do that. Oh, he's not Boots. Leftovers, so he's gonna sack this guy. In comes Slowking. I think I want to just hit this guy again. I can Dark Pulse. He's probably Colbur Berry. He might be like... Starstorm actually does the same as Dark Pulse. Actually does more. So I'm going to Starstorm. And he's actually Thunder Wave. Okay, let's try to kill whatever comes in. As we do. We're going to Starstorm again. If he gets 3-4 hits, I might be able to live. He gets 5. That's unfortunate. He's Swords Dance. So if I go Corviknight here, I need to know how much Corviknight does to him. Baxcalibur at +1, 60 to 71. Man, it's like right in the middle if he's no bulk, but he's probably bulk. Let's go Corviknight here. And let's bulk up. Braybird should knock this guy out. Ooh, he lives. That sucks. That sucks, man. Gonna Braybird again. Damn, that G-King living sucks. If I would have killed him, Valiant would have looked really, really good, man. Like, I think Valiant just won if I hit a Focus Blast versus Zarude. Okay, so we kill that guy. Valiant still looks in prime position to win this game. I hope he goes Electrode here and not Zarude, because if he goes Zarude, he can set up on my full paras, and he's Terra Steel, which sucks. No, okay, good. Alright, so I'm gonna sack this guy. Does Valiant kill Electrode from here? Electrode, Hisui. I get full parrot. This is actually fine. I think. He's just gonna, what's it called though? I don't want Zarude to get in for free, man. That's the one thing I think that's losing me this game. I'm just gonna Braybird. Yeah. Hopefully he kills me. If he kills me, I'm going into Lugias. Do I don't want Zarude. If I kill him and he goes into Zarude and he clicks a setup, I think I lose. I'm gonna go Swampert. It's useless. Yeah, he goes Electrode. This is fine. I'm gonna flip turn. Okay. Now I think Moonblast kills him. Unless he's like very... I could risk... See, he taunts Lugias. The only way this goes horrible for me is if he's Thunderwave as his last slot. Man, would he be bulky though? Can I check damage? Let me see. He did 52 to Corviknight with Volt Switch. He's max modest, so he doesn't have that much bulk, I don't think. I'm gonna go Valiant and go for game here. That might have mattered. That might have mattered. I have to go for Focus Blast when Zooch comes in. I think it's gonna come down to the game. Zarude. Yeah, unless he's Choppel, he should die. And G-King should die to Shadow Ball. Oh my god, I might not die to Shadow Ball. But I have Calm Mind. The game's gonna come down to me hitting this. Is he Spadef? Okay, I didn't even think of him doing this. Maybe I should have Calm Minded first versus... I was just so scared of Thunder Wave. Yeah, Terra's Roots, he's gonna win if I... Okay, let me swap out here. Let me swap out. I want to get Lugias in versus this guy. Wow, he slacked off. That's fine. Is it Chili? Yep, he does Chili. Okay, let's go Valiant. Let's go for Focus Blast. He could make the, you know, the Slowking play, but I have to Focus Blast here. If I miss, he wins. Yeah, he does make the Zarude play. Okay, let's see how much this does. 12. So it looks like he's actually not Spadef at all. Literally not Spadef at all. He's Fizdef. This is a 50-50, man. Do I Calm Mind expecting Chili or Slack Off, or does he T-Wave? Here's the thing. No, that doesn't work, because then he gotta get paralyzed. Okay, I'm gonna go Corviknight here. Yeah, he just Psychics. Alright. Now I'm gonna go into Lugias. And I think I'm just gonna fire off Roar Thunders. Miss one. Let's go for it again. See if he's got Trailblaze. I said in the builder the game is probably going to come down to if I hit Thunders or not, but it is what it is. If he's got Trailblaze, he wins. Which I'm assuming he does. SD, Terra Blast, Trailblaze, Recover, Crit, Para, Knockoff. Oh, I don't have lefties now though. Oh, but I think Corviknight can beat Slowking. That Para is huge. That makes up for the miss by a lot. Let's see if he's got Jungle Healing. Jungle Healing. I have to hit one more. That was huge. It's not over yet though. Because I got roosted on Corviknight though, and I have Mirror Armor, so he can't Spadef drop me. I think Corviknight should be able to beat G-King. Yeah, I had another one. Nice. I'm just gonna sack this guy off here with Thunder. Clicking Thunder. Yeah, I got another Para to add insult to injury. Let's go Valiant. Let's click Shadow Ball. Let's see if he... Actually, I can Calm Mind once. And then Psychic shouldn't kill me. Nah. Shadow Ball might kill him. And it does. So GG to Habaduh, we do take the game. A lot of hacks in that crit, or was it a crit para? It was a crit para, that's bad. Yeah, it was a critical hit para. I did miss the other one, but that pretty much determined the game right there. Really surprised with the team he brought. I knew Electrode was a possible bring, but no Spectre definitely surprised me for sure. Other than that, the game went pretty smooth. It just came down to those last couple of turns. If I had Encore on Valiant, that probably could have helped me too, but it was a really close game. So GG Habaduh, we do take the game, and I do know who I'm playing in the finals, but I won't say that in case you guys haven't seen those battles yet. So I'll see you guys next week for the finals. Peace.